Cyber Shield is an exercise that takes national level incident response and takes industry partners and matches them up with National Guard units and allows industry partners to use that National Guard response techniques to help them in the event of a cyber intrusion in their environment.
So Cyber Shield is a DSCA, Defense Support Civil Authority exercise focused mostly towards the National Guard, but we also have reserve components and active components that are here to practice the response to a catastrophic cyber event within the United States of America, mostly directed towards critical infrastructure and key resources.
The ICS, which is the Industrial Control Systems world, things like water treatment plants, energy grids, the power utility company uses these controls to turn gates on and off or valves on and off, which either distributes a chemical from one point to another point, downloads or uploads it to a ship, or turns your power from one place to another location so that you have electricity. And same thing with running water. People take it for granted. They just turn on the faucet and have water, right? Well, there's a whole complex system that works behind that. Now, why are we concerned about a cyber attack against this? Because it's computerized equipment and technology that's doing this. So if I was able to inject myself and put malicious code in there, now I can put too much chlorine in the water or not put any chlorine out, and thus bacteria would grow. Contaminated water supply makes a lot of people ill and could eventually maybe even kill them.
So what we have going on here is basically it's industry partners coming in to our Cyber Shield week 1, which is our training week, and they offer classes. They're both paid classes and informational classes. This is a Palo Alto class for the Palo Alto firewall, where we go in, learn how to configure and set up and get it ready to operate in our environments.
ISA's training affects the actual Cyber Shield exercise by giving different members of the blue team and the red team different skill sets, and our goal really is to protect the unit, the manufacturing space. And so the exercise that they have here has a situation that uses a problem in the manufacturing space. So it plays well into supporting them in the exercise.
Opposition force, we're considered what they call red team, so we represent an adversarial threat based off what the scenario of the exercise is.
You're going to go into that security onion, ping that IP address of the domain controller, you're good. All right, so once you're done with that part, then the next person will do the domain controller and vice versa.
Without the opposition force, the blue team has nothing to respond to. So we provide a living, breathing, thinking opposition force that responds to what blue does. So it's not just scripted events that will just happen no matter what. We see what blue does, we react to it, we increase or decrease the amount of the sophistication of the attacks based on how well they're responding, so that we guarantee an increase in training value no matter what level they come in at. We bring a lot of really smart people, put them all together in one room, and learning just occurs because people just start talking, they find out somebody knows something they don't, they start sharing ideas, and that for the soldier, that's the most important part of being on OPFOR, is the exposure to all the different people that we bring in from all over the U.S.
This is my first Cyber Shield, so I've already learned quite a bit here. I'm already about some of the tools that the OPFOR uses, certain things to look for that will help me in my civilian career, because it's showing me what I should be looking for instead of just, because if you ever did an audit log, you just see a bunch of stuff. You're not sure what you're supposed to be looking for. This kind of narrows it down to places I should start looking, and it's giving me more and more ideas about what could be a potential threat.
Success is this, is that these soldiers and these teams come in with a baseline of training, and they leave with a higher level of training and also have a collective event which they can share information and tactics, techniques and procedures with each other, and that their state leadership has a readiness validation that they can say that they went to, got certified on, or at least got trained in to go back to their states or their units.
When they go back into their states, it does a couple things for them. First of all, it builds credibility with the companies that need our help when they get attacked. So when we go in there, we have the same skill sets and the same certifications that they have, and we also have experiences through exercises against an enemy that's doing things against us.